The Bold and the Beautiful scoop for the week of December 22nd reveals Deke Sharp will reel after being let go from Forrester Creations. Also coming up, Remy Price will return, plus Steffi Forrester and John Finnegan will celebrate Christmas at the Forrester estate, and Brooke Forrester will have news for Donna Forrester. Viewers should note, the B&B will air a repeat, the holiday episode from 2024, on Christmas Day. But rest assured, brand new episodes will return on Friday, December 26th. B&B spoilers tease Donna will be stunned when Brooke informs her about Bill Spencer's wedding present to their sister. She'll add that Katie Spencer has resigned at Forrester. As for Katie, she'll be so excited to run her own fashion house that she may need to pinch herself to make sure it's real. Meanwhile, Eric Forrester will continue to feel down in the dumps and will consider not celebrating Christmas this year. However, Donna will manage to change his mind. The couple will get into the holiday spirit by dressing up as Santa and Mrs. Claus. Steffi and Finn will arrive at Eric's estate for Christmas, with Kelly Spencer and Hayes Finnegan in tow. Brooke and Ridge Forrester will also be there, and Carter Walton will kiss Daphne Rose under the mistletoe. Other B&B spoilers tease Steffi and Finn will hang out at the beach house with Will Spencer, Electra Forrester, and Dylan. Plus, Bill and Liam Spencer will reflect on the challenges of the past year. Finally, Deke put on a brave face after Hope Spencer was forced to fire him from her line due to Thomas Forrester's return. He knew he was hired on a trial basis and told his sister he understood. However, he also said he was never going to give up on his dreams. So, a downtrodden Deke will head to Il Giardino to tell Deacon Sharp his bad news. No doubt, Deacon will be sympathetic, but also angry. Then Deke will get a surprise when Remy walks into the Italian restaurant. But when he sees Deke looking depressed, will Remy seize the moment and comfort him? Keep reading the Soap Scoop, your source for the latest soap opera spoilers and B&B spoilers and news. And make sure to also join our B&B Facebook group. But if you miss an episode, don't fret. You can watch The Bold and the Beautiful online at cbs.com. Here are your what to watch moments and spoilers for The Bold and the Beautiful for the week of December 22 to 26. Be sure to tune in to CBS every day to see how things play out in Los Angeles, according to Soap Hub. Monday, December 22nd. Emotions run high when Hope is forced to fire Deke. Bill and Liam think about all of the challenges they have been through and feel like they are forces to be reckoned with. Thomas asks for time alone with Hope. Donna talks Eric into celebrating the holidays. Eric goes to the office and gets emotional about all the history he is leaving behind. Ridge gives Brooke a special Christmas present. Carter and Daphne kiss under the mistletoe. The Forrester family celebrates the holidays in Forrester family tradition. Thursday, December 25th. Repeat episode. Katie is in disbelief that she has her own fashion house. Will, Electra, Steffi, Finn, and Dylan all toast to the holidays at Will's beach house. Donna attempts to ease tension between Brooke and Katie. The Bold and the Beautiful spoilers hint that Thomas Forrester and Liam Spencer may have a tense reunion coming up. Will Hope Logan Spencer's husband deliver a fierce warning? Liam is never going to be a big fan of Thomas for so many reasons, including Thomas's previous Hope fixation, the Baby Beth Spencer saga, and the Italy kiss that changed everything. Although Thomas claims to be a changed man, that doesn't mean Liam can overlook his history and all the damage that was done. Liam didn't really have to think about Thomas much while he was off-screen in Paris. However, you can bet Thomas will be on Liam's mind now that his old foe is making a big Forrester Creations return. Steffi Forrester Finnegan wants Thomas back as the lead designer on Hope for the Future, so Liam will surely have something to say about that news in the coming episodes. In fact, Liam and Thomas are perhaps long overdue for a heated confrontation. Thomas and Liam always worked well as enemies on B&B, so their familiar rivalry could come back into play. Of course, Thomas might act like he doesn't want any trouble. Maybe Thomas will insist he's just reclaiming his rightful place at Forrester Creations and argue that his contribution to Hope's line will take it to the next level. Liam, on the other hand, may think Thomas is barging in where he doesn't belong since Hope's moved on in more ways than one. Hope is happily remarried to Liam and was looking forward to a fresh start with Hope for the Future's relaunch. It's easy to imagine Liam cornering Thomas eventually and suggesting they should get a few things straight. Liam might point out that he's firmly back in the husband category now and insist it's his job to make sure Hope doesn't get hurt. Since Thomas has hurt Hope before, Liam may warn that it'd better not happen again. Liam can't control who Steffi and Ridge Forrester hire for Hope for the future, but he may make it his mission to stop Thomas's Hope obsession from starting back up. Regardless, it'd be fun to see Thomas and Liam face off again after all this time. If Liam pushes enough buttons, Thomas might push some right back and make it clear that he doesn't appreciate being threatened. The Bold and the Beautiful spoilers say Liam and Thomas could have a showdown ahead of them, so stick with us for updates on all the excitement. The Bold and the Beautiful spoilers hint that Will Spencer, Electra Forrester, and Dylan might be gearing up for a threesome. Will the teacher's overnight stay turn sizzling? B&B released a preview video for the week of December 2026 that features Dylan, Will, and Electra all hanging out together. It's clear that Electra and Will have been making an effort to help Dylan move on from the trauma of hitting Luna Nozawa with her car. Based on the new promo, that plan seems to be going well. Electra, Will, and Dylan all have swimsuits on, so it looks like they've been enjoying a day at the beach. However, the fun won't stop there, since the preview also shows Will suggesting Dylan should stay the night. Dylan seems taken aback, yet hopeful as she asks, "Really?" Electra then insists she'd love to spend more time with Dylan, who seems excited and a bit bewildered, like she's trying to take in what all this means. Dylan is forming a close connection with Electra and Will, but where is this storyline headed? It's possible Dylan is replacing Luna as the show's newest stalker, but haven't we seen enough of that kind of story by now? Dylan hasn't shown any signs of being unhinged yet, so maybe something else is going on. Since both Will and Electra enjoy Dylan's company, we have to wonder just how much they like her. Do Electra and Will have a little hot for teacher thing going on? It's weird that B&B's having Will and Electra invite Dylan to spend the night, so it could be a setup for a threesome. What if Dylan, Will, and Electra all end up hitting the sheets at the same time? No one can rule it out under the circumstances, since this overnight invitation is so strange. Dylan might be interested in taking her friendship with Electra and Will to a sizzling level, so we'll bring you updates on any threesome news that might be in the works. The Bold and the Beautiful spoilers say Dylan's overnight stay will surely come with a shocker or two, no matter what. The holidays bring tough choices and tender moments on The Bold and the Beautiful. Hope faces an emotional decision, romance blooms under the mistletoe, and Katie struggles to wrap her head around a stunning new chapter. The weekly The Bold and the Beautiful must-watch moments for December 2018-26. Tease that Hope faces a conundrum when she's forced to fire Deke and when Thomas asks for alone time with her. Plus, Carter and Daphne enjoy a kiss under the mistletoe, and Katie is in disbelief over her new fashion house. It's going to be a Christmas to remember in Los Angeles. Tune in to CBS or Paramount Plus next week to catch all the dramatic moments. Please note, B&B will air a rerun on Christmas Day. Emotions run high when Hope, Annika Noel, is forced to fire Deke, Harrison Cohn. Bill, Don Diamond, and Liam, Scott Clifton, think about all the challenges they have been through and feel like they are forces to be reckoned with. Thomas, Matthew Atkinson, asks for time alone with Hope Donna, Jennifer Gerace. Talks Eric, John McCook, into celebrating the holidays. Eric goes to the office and gets emotional about all the history he is leaving behind. Ridge, Thorsten Kaye, gives Brooke, Catherine Kelly Lang, a special Christmas present. Carter, Lawrence St. Victor, and Daphne, Muriel Hilaire, kiss under the mistletoe. The Forrester family celebrates the holidays in Forrester family tradition. Katie might jump ship and join Spencer Publications, and someone else might join her. Katie is agonizing over her decision on The Bold and the Beautiful. Bill gifted her a fashion house just hours after they got married. Even though she's frustrated with her job at Forrester Creations, she isn't sure if she should leave just yet. With a new fashion house on the horizon, Katie might not be the only one jumping ship. Bill understands it's difficult for Katie to abruptly leave her job, but he wants her to know that she would be respected and valued at Spencer Publications. Even though his company isn't necessarily a fashion company, that didn't stop him from creating a fashion house for Katie. She told him that it was a big decision and she would need time, but her frustrations at Forrester Creations could embolden her to move on. On Wednesday's episode, Katie spoke to Ridge, Brooke, and Carter, confronting them about hiring an outside PR team without consulting her first. She told them that they failed to keep her in the loop. Ridge told her that she was busy with personal matters, especially in light of Luna's death. Katie wished they had consulted her rather than keeping her in the dark. Then she rushed back to Spencer Publications in a bad mood. Katie was left wondering if it was time for her to move on. With a new fashion house on the horizon, there could be a major shakeup at Forrester Creations. In that same episode, Steffi hinted to Taylor that change was still in the air. Now that Eric has officially retired, Steffi wants Thomas to return as lead designer of Hope for the Future. Meanwhile, Eric considered Ridge's idea of retirement, but he could step out of retirement to work for Spencer Publications once he learns they have a fashion house. They're going to need a lead designer, and Eric would be the perfect man for the role. This could cause an all-out fashion war between the father and son. So much for trying to keep the peace with Ridge, who thinks his father should focus on his health. The two will be feuding over their respective couture collections. May the best man win. Thomas returns on Thursday's episode. The last time he left Los Angeles wasn't on a high note. Matthew Atkinson reprises his role of Thomas Forrester on The Bold and the Beautiful's Thursday episode. The last time he showed up in Los Angeles was on a sour note. He made a brief return in September to stop Ridge from leaving Taylor, but it didn't work so well. Thomas isn't necessarily a villain like Sheila or the late Luna Nozoa. However, he has flirted with the dark side with some of the questionable choices he's made in the past, mostly due to his obsession with Hope. Despite his challenges and those questionable choices, he's an excellent fashion designer. The last time he left the soap was in March 2024, after Hope rejected his proposal. Thomas returned in July to announce his surprise engagement to Paris. Unfortunately, their romance fell apart when Thomas learned that Paris's mom, Grace, extorted $1 million from Liam and Bill. He returned in September 2025 to share a shocking update with Ridge. Not only did Thomas lose out in love, but he was no longer the lead designer of Hope for the Future. In fact, he was in a bit of a funk, feeling somewhat lost and without a purpose. Thomas's main focus at the time was for his parents to remarry. However, he discovered that Ridge broke up with Taylor to marry Brooke. After a heated confrontation with Brooke, Ridge managed to talk to his son, and Thomas apologized to her before leaving again. Unbelievably, Thomas accepted his father's marriage. But he might not have made peace with the Logans. Now that he's back, he wants to resume his position at Forrester Creations, especially since Eric has given the company to Ridge. He's not the only one who feels this way. Steffi also believes that Thomas should be the lead designer again, despite Hope's brother Deke having stepped into the spotlight with his vision for HFTF. This leads Steffi to butt heads with Hope, who doesn't want to be in the same room as Thomas. She wants to put their passionate love affair behind her. Hope and Liam just got remarried, which destroys the possibility of a #Thope redo. But anything's possible when fame, wealth, and power are at stake. The Bold and the Beautiful spoilers document that Thomas Forrester is back, and still isn't shy about what he wants. He presumed that if he wanted to take the lead at Hope for the Future, it would happen, and it did. Thomas's attitude is and has been developed and enabled by his father, mostly. Ridge Forrester coddled him for years, which eventually resulted in him kissing a mannequin that he believed was an alternate version of Hope Spencer. The above isn't a cheap shot. Instead, it's a completely accurate assessment of why Thomas can be rightfully classified as an adult brat. Thomas is full of himself. That tag is one that viewers of this show could apply to various characters. Ridge has often said that Bill Spencer has a gigantic ego, and his father, Eric Forrester, recently reinforced the family feeling when commenting on Bill's shirt selection. The reason why Thomas believes that he can do anything, get away with it, let time pass, and then keep on going without any permanent consequences is that that's what his life has been to this point in the plot. Devoted fans haven't forgotten that Thomas tried to kill his brother, Rick Forrester, and was responsible for running Emma Barber off Mulholland Drive to her death. Ridge knows of both incidents, but still backs him, treating Atkinson's character like an adolescent boy who isn't responsible for his actions. Then, there is Deke Sharp. His humility defines him and creates the arguably starkest contrast to Thomas since the recast to Atkinson occurred. Liam Spencer got the woman Thomas wanted. Thomas got the job that Deke deserved a chance to have. That leaves Deke out in the bitter December cold, even though the sun can be seen in California. Viewers see a potential future glimpse and have hope because of the fashion house Katie Spencer has agreed to lead. Deke can design for her, and his sister joins her aunt at Bill's Upstart, intended rival to Forrester Creations. Humility for now. In the future, Deke may have his day too. Liam loves Hope completely. He's always had all of her heart. Thomas never had even an inch. Hope was told to do the dirty work and tell her brother that his FC contract wasn't being renewed. She did, and he handled it as expected. Deke was disappointed, but didn't lash out, because he's had to earn his way in life and hasn't had the world handed to him as Thomas has. Telling Liam about Thomas's unexpected and unwanted return to be the lead designer of Hope for the future isn't easy. Liam's reaction will set the soapy stage for Hope potentially taking her talents elsewhere, like Katie. Neither Liam nor the fans want to see a rerun of Thomas turning Hope's life upside down. So, something fresh is likely to play out into the new year. The Bold and the Beautiful spoilers point to big changes coming for Taylor Hayes and Deacon Sharp. Could she force him to get another therapist due to extenuating circumstances? Definitely maybe. Taylor and Deacon are not supposed to be flirting as they currently are. Being patient and therapist is not conducive to a healthy counseling session. Deacon and Taylor are skipping around the truth, and that is that they are attracted to each other. For example, once the topic of Deacon's marriage to Sheila Sharp is over, they borderline flirt. This is not viable for the long term. Taylor knows all of this, and she needs to make a choice. Will she abruptly end their sessions? If she does, she has to have a good reason. She could lie and tell Deacon that her appointment book is full. After all, he was an emergency walk on who became a regular. Then again, Deacon could think that Sheila is the reason for Taylor setting him free. Taylor may come out and admit that she has feelings for Deacon. In that case, it is unethical for her to treat him. What do you think, B&B fans? If Taylor admitted to having feelings for Taylor, would Deacon admit he has feelings for her? Deacon has tried to fix his marriage to Sheila, but it doesn't seem like his heart is truly into it. He is thinking about Taylor and wondering, what if? And what would Sheila think if Taylor suddenly ends her sessions with Deacon? She could get suspicious, and that would be very bad for Taylor. Red Hot, the Bold, and the Beautiful spoilers hint that Deacon and Taylor may be headed for some personal time together, and we will keep you updated on all the sizzling developments as they become available. Tell us, B&B fans, are you Team Shikon or Team Takon? Be sure to catch up on everything happening with The Bold and the Beautiful right now. The Bold and the Beautiful spoilers for Monday, December 22nd, suggest some surprises. For one thing, Dylan returns and she's up to no good. Meanwhile, Katie Logan Spencer shocks everyone with the name of her new fashion house. Keep reading, and let's talk about what is coming up in the CBS soap opera. Let's start off with Electra Forrester. The girl is living a happy new chapter. Luna Nozawa is dead, and Electra is now living with Will Spencer. The jewelry line is doing great, and things are looking up for the young woman. However, there is trouble ahead for the young couple. In a preview clip for next week, Dylan is hanging out with Will and Electra. Fans recall that Luna forced Dylan to get Steffi Forrester Finnegan down to the art school. Then, Luna tied up Dylan and left her in the closet. Fast forward, and Dylan admitted to running Luna over, killing the young woman. However, there was something off about the whole situation. As for Monday, expect Dylan to hang out with Will and Electra at the beach. Once inside, Will suggests Dylan could spend the night. Electra seems a bit caught off guard, but agrees, saying she would love to spend more time with Dylan. However, I have a feeling that Dylan is up to no good. Why does she need to stay there? Does she not have a place of her own? The Bold and the Beautiful spoilers for the next episode reveal that Katie shared her good news with Brooke Logan Forrester. While the blonde was thrilled for her sister, she was also a bit concerned. Brooke also asked Katie the name of her new fashion house. Katie hadn't chosen one yet, but will soon enough. Apparently, Katie's name causes a lot of conflict with Brooke and Ridge Forrester. There is also Thomas Forrester, who is back. Thomas will reach out to Hope Logan Spencer to reassure her about his plans. While Hope does listen to Thomas, the tension can be felt through the screen. There is also concern about the wording that Thomas uses with Hope. Is this really about fashion, or could Thomas be getting obsessed again? It could go either way, so stay tuned to find out. Which storyline are you looking forward to seeing the most on Monday, December 22, 2025?